This is a quick screencast, and just starting out here showing you what we have so far is we have a call to the API. We're getting our data down. It's coming into this data grid. And usually you probably wouldn't have quite so many columns here. But what we want to do now is be able to click on one of these rows and pull out information from one of the columns. So click on here and maybe find the actual ID. And I don't really care where I click on it. I want to click on anywhere here and get it. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to add an event listener for clicking the grid. So it's up to you where you do it. You could add it here when you call show in grid so that they couldn't click it otherwise. I'm just going to add it for now as part of my constructor function. So add event listener for clicking grid. Right, and if you're going to add it earlier here, you would eventually probably add in other things to make sure that if they clicked it when there's no videos in there, it didn't throw an error. So our grid is called myGrid, typical add event listener function. Mouse event, click on click grid. Alright, and so that's our basic listener, and then we're going to add that down here, our handler for it. And actually I should end this one, which is called show in grid. Alright, so now we're going to have our private function, on click grid, mouse event, okay, trace clicked grid. So I'll run that one, and whoops, I have some errors here. So it says my label must be a simple identifier on line 43. All right, so let's take a look at that. Aha, and I didn't spell event listener right. Add event listener. All right, so there we go. That's still have an error here though. Okay, so I think it's going now. Alright, so there we are. So we added our event listener for clicking the grid. I click on it and we get clicked grid. Great. So just a quick look at what we can do when we listen for the grid click. The event.target is that. So where are we? Down here. So trace e.target, and let's trace that out. So it's a cell renderer. So the target is a cell renderer, and so that has some properties in it. We can find out what row it is. So what we can do is trace e.target .list data .row, and so that actually is a way, and I don't want to take the time to go through the documentation, but if you go to the documentation in Flash for cell render, it'll tell you what it is. So that was row 0, 1, 2. So we're getting the row numbers that it is. And what we can do then is call a method of the grid called getItemAt. MyGrid.getItemAt, which then needs a number where it is, like so. So I save that, and that's going to now give me, when I click on this, right, an object, and that object is that whole row, essentially. And then what you can do is you can add on to it the name of the column that you want to get. So I'm adding title, and I'll get the title column. See? So that's Damien Walters, tiny apartment, Alpha Kenny. And if I want to get that actual ID, which is what we're going to get for the next part, then I would get the actual ID like this. Right, that's the name of the column I gave it, and so now I can trace out the actual ID. So that's it for the data grid.